Our family teaching, if you remember last week, we introduced question 4, but the kids' singing versions of the answers were 4 and 5 merged. So now we're at question 5, which you previewed last week in the kids' song. We had asked last week about our creation, how and why did God create us? And now we ask a follow-up question, what else did God create? Go ahead and read the answer with me. God created all things by his powerful word, and all his creation was very good. Everything flourished under his loving rule. Now if I can find where I set my papers. If any of the kids are willing, I do have a little illustration for them. They're welcome to come up. So if Johnny, Lime, and any of the others want to come up. And Nate, if you want to bump to the next slide, but don't click twice because then the song will start. So, the kid version of our question this week, right? What else did God create? God created all things, and all his creation was very good. Why do you think that matters? Well, I have something for you guys to play with during the service. You guys see what that is? That is a puzzle. I made a custom puzzle for you. Now, if you're going to be able to successfully put this puzzle together, what do you need to know? What if I just threw random pieces from tons of different puzzles together and threw them in the bag? How's that going to go for you guys? Not very. You're never going to get this thing to fit. Right? So you have to know that even though it's a big jumbled mess right now, that it all does actually fit together and belong together, right? Yes. When we talk about all of creation was made by God and it was good, we're saying, plan A, this place worked. All this stuff fits together in a good way. Now you may be struggling to figure out how to make stuff work. You're learning lots of new things. But you need to know that it can work good, and also you need to know what that good purpose is to know if you're doing stuff wrong. So on one hand, you got to trust me that I made a good puzzle, that it has all the same pieces. But then it also would help if I would give you some guidance, right? If I would maybe tell you how it fits together. Because this is all black and white, right? But this is the same design as the coloring sheet for today. So if you look at the coloring sheet in the back, you know how they fit.
It would be harder to me because remember what I said last night? I wasn't done with the...
Oh, not last week. I've got a new coloring sheet this week.
Yes, I know. But that one. No worries, no worries.
So.
I'm saying I wouldn't...
Now, what do you think that coloring sheet is like for us in the world?
I could just look at...
A guide that helps us know how everything fits together. What would that be like? Do we have a guide for life that shows us how stuff fits together? Not in real life? I think we do. Because if God is the creator, right? So he's the author of the puzzle. Has he given us anything to direct us, to guide us?
The Bible.
Boom. Without the Bible, you're just playing with pieces. You don't know where they fit. You don't know how they belong. Have you ever tried to do a puzzle and you take a piece and it doesn't fit, so you just stick it in and you hammer it down anyway? How's that work out?
Not good.
The other pieces don't go in. When we talk about sin, what we're saying is that God made the world to work a certain way. And when we take the world and do our own stuff with it, it's like jamming that puzzle piece in the wrong way. It was made for a good purpose, and we're doing our own thing. When we look at God's Word, we learn how all things come together in God's good purposes. So, I'm going to hand this to Eliam. Anybody can join him. You guys are welcome, especially during the sermon, to play with it and see if you can put it together. But I want to encourage you. God's Word is a guide for life that shows you how everything fits together. All right?